Just be sure you follow and like the Colorado INNERSPACE, not the Canadian INNERSPACE.
That's what I'm going to put as the first part of the interview, just so everybody knows, dude. Hey, Ethan here with the opening act. You're listening to INNERSPACE, a prog rock band from Colorado. I got all 5 members of the band together for this interview, and my brother Grant helped me out with this one, so it was an awesome time. Check it out.
Yes, I'm Spencer. I play keys, I sing, I play guitar.
I'm Weston. I play bass, and I also do vocals.
I'm Matt. I play guitar.
I'm Kevin, and I play guitar also.
I'm Joe. I play the drums.
You guys are clearly a band that has a lot of different sounds and intricate parts. How have you dealt with the challenges of COVID and the quarantine?
Yeah, good question. It's really prevented us from practicing and sort of honing our live show, which isn't a huge problem, I suppose, since I'm not sure when live shows are going to return in earnest. So it's not a huge setback. I've actually been writing a lot. It's like the perfect opportunity just to write more songs and work out demos and stuff.
We've also made efforts with filming too. We did meet up to film our Baiji video. And we had masks and everything, social distance and all that. But we still were able to film a video that I think turned out great. So.
How did you lose it?
Here's what they had to say about their new album, Echoes, which is coming out soon.
One of the questions you had listed here was, what messages are you trying to spread with your music? And I think that's super relevant to this album. A lot of what the theme is about is mass extinction, environmental crisis, and what's going on right now, and the impact that we're having on the planet as a species. The album's supposed to be sort of a tribute to all of the species that we've lost, due to our impact on their habitats. And you'll hear some of the samples of them, the songs of those animals in the songs as a part of the song itself.
So we're sort of releasing all the instrumental, or not all, but most of the instrumental tracks, which are sort of interludes in the concept album. This next one is called Dusky Seaside Sparrow. We're going to have an animated video for it.
Oh, sweet, dude. Can you tell us a little about the animation in that?
The Dusky Seaside Sparrow is an extinct bird that used to live in salt marshes in the southeast United States. And one of the few recordings of the bird's song is we used it in the track. And so you can hear it in there. That's how all the instrumental songs work on this album. And that's sort of how the theme is put together.
Playing drums for an INNERSPACE song, that's definitely hazing, I would say. I just listen to how much double kick Spencer puts in the song.
Oh, man.
You need 5 or 6 limbs to play some of these songs sometimes.
And then also, I would say as far as live performances go, playing with a click track is just an indispensable thing to me. It makes a huge difference. It ties everything together so much more, makes everything more cohesive. And with our band especially, we have so many tempo changes that, if you played without a click track, it would be terrible.
Do you agree with that, Joe?
Oh yeah, definitely. Gotta have the click.
So do you have headphones on when you're playing live?
Yeah, I'll have in-ear monitors on that are just connected to basically a track of just the click.
Oh, okay.
And then from there, we have projectors and stuff doing video and everything. So kind of line up the video with the click and everything's all synchronized. So click is huge.
Yeah, that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
I actually didn't know that. That's cool.
We've gone through the ringer in terms of member changes, but now that it's pretty solid, I think the way we write music is going to be more collaborative. which is a great thing, in my opinion. Definitely excited to get like Kevin and Joe really involved in the writing process because they're both such great musicians and have a lot to offer. So getting all 5 of us to like really contribute to songs, I think is gonna just make them even better, you know?
Do you guys ever find yourselves wanting to stray from like, you know, this type of songs you normally write and having to like reel it back in? Or do you sort of embrace like experimentation more? Like how do you find that middle ground, you know?
I don't try to write something specific. Something just like comes out, and if it's cool, it's cool. So I don't really try to dictate too much of like the song style I'm writing. So for me, I'm down to like, if I write like a country dubstep song, like put it in, you know. I love experimental bands like Thrice and like Deer Hunter and stuff, and Circus to Survive. So for me, like I'm down to get experimental, but you have to, kind of not get too weird and crazy to the point where like people can't get what's going on, or you get lost in it as well. So for the most part, I think we're all kind of open to just, you know, try whatever.
Have you ever written something that you're like, I could throw in this really crazy lick, but it might just be like so hard to play that I would screw it up live or whatever?
No, we usually like do the thing where like you write it and maybe it's too hard to play, and then you just have to figure it out later.
Yeah. There's definitely some riffs on the album that I made up on the spot, and so I'm gonna have to fucking figure it out when we play it live.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to relearn a lot of things.
By the inhabitants of one corner of this pixel.
My advice would be to strive for self-sufficiency, as much of a pain in the ass as it can be. Learn to record yourself, learn to do all of your production and mixing. And, you know, we still ship our stuff out for mixing and mastering, but like the more that you can do, the more creative control you have, and also the less money you're going to have to spend shelling out to like studios and producers and stuff. And a lot of the time they can offer a lot, but recording in a studio, especially during the pandemic right now, is becoming more and more, in my opinion, kind of prohibitive cost-wise to especially up-and-coming bands. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but you should probably spend some time at your computer.
Is there one live show that you've played that sticks out in your head, like made a bigger impact on you than any of them?
The most recent I can think of is that Hawthorne Heights show we played. Yeah. That was a pretty awesome show, getting to open for them and Emery. Yeah, it was a total blast.
How'd you land that gig?
We just have a good working relationship with one of the bookers for Live Nation. We always keep an eye on recently announced shows, back when shows were happening. And if any show looked like we would be a good fit, I just shoot out an email. And he got back to us about this one and offered it to us. And of course we said yes, and yeah.
Yeah, he delivered for us for a lot of shows too. Like we got to open for Polyphia twice, which was awesome. Tillian, we did open for him.
Sick.
Those were amazing shows, so super grateful to do.
Ties him in with Covet. Mm-hmm. A lot of good ones. For sure.
Congrats, dude. That
was a different booker, but yeah.
Like that you made it in Map Rock. Like you made it. those are the names you're gonna be opening for. So that's Thanks so much for watching my full interview with INNERSPACE. As you can see, Grant and I had a whole lot of fun hanging out with the band, and they wanted me to let you know that Spotify streams really help them right now, so go ahead and follow them on Spotify if you like what they're doing as much as we do. Like, subscribe, comment, and let me know if you would be interested in being in a future episode of the show. Alright, see you guys next time.